Throughout history, humans have been drawn to the mysteries that lie beyond our everyday perception. From ancient cave paintings depicting otherworldly beings to modern fascination with UFO sightings and psychic abilities, the yearning to understand the paranormal is deeply ingrained in our collective psyche. This pursuit of the unknown is often intertwined with a desire to expand our consciousness, to peer beyond the veil of ordinary reality and explore the hidden dimensions of existence. One path that many cultures have traversed in this quest is the use of psychedelics. These substances, found naturally in plants and fungi or synthesized in laboratories, have the power to profoundly alter our perception, thoughts, and emotions. By temporarily shifting our brain chemistry, psychedelics can induce altered states of consciousness that allow us to experience the world in entirely new ways. This exploration of consciousness through altered states is not limited to indigenous cultures or ancient practices. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in the potential therapeutic and spiritual benefits of psychedelics. Researchers are investigating their ability to treat conditions like depression, addiction, and anxiety, while individuals are increasingly turning to these substances for personal growth and exploration. As we delve deeper into the connection between psychedelics, consciousness, and paranormal phenomena, we begin to uncover fascinating questions about the nature of reality itself. What if our understanding of the world is merely a limited perspective, a single channel on a vast spectrum of consciousness? Could it be that by expanding our awareness, we open ourselves to experiences that challenge our conventional understanding of what is possible? To understand how psychedelics might facilitate paranormal experiences, we must first examine how they affect the brain. Recent research has focused on the default mode network, a network of brain regions active when we are engaged in self-referential thinking, daydreaming, or mind-wandering. The default mode network is thought to play a role in constructing our sense of self and our perception of the world around us. Psychedelics, particularly those like psilocybin, found in magic mushrooms, and LSD, have been shown to decrease activity in the default mode network. This quieting of the default mode network is thought to be responsible for the ego dissolution and sense of interconnectedness often reported by users. Interestingly, similar effects on the default mode network have been observed in experienced meditators, suggesting a potential neurological link between these two seemingly disparate practices. When the default mode network's grip on our perception loosens, our sense of self can dissolve, and the boundaries between ourselves and the external world can become blurred. This altered state of consciousness may make us more receptive to information and experiences that are usually filtered out by our ordinary waking awareness. This could explain why people under the influence of psychedelics or deep meditation report heightened sensory experiences, profound insights, and even encounters with entities or realms beyond the material world. However, it's important to note that the relationship between brain activity and subjective experience is complex and not fully understood. While we can observe changes in brain regions like the default mode network, we cannot definitively say that these changes cause specific experiences. The subjective nature of altered states makes it challenging to study them empirically, and more research is needed to fully comprehend the intricate interplay between brain activity, consciousness, and the paranormal. When the familiar structures of the mind dissolve under the influence of psychedelics or deep meditative states, our perception of reality can shift dramatically. The boundaries between the internal and external world may blur, and we may experience a sense of interconnectedness with everything around us. This altered perception can open the door to experiences that defy our conventional understanding of what is real and possible. For example, individuals under the influence of psychedelics often report experiencing synesthesia, a phenomenon where different senses become intertwined. They might see sounds as colors or taste shapes. This blending of sensory information suggests that our brain is capable of perceiving reality in ways that are usually inaccessible to us. Furthermore, many users describe encounters with entities or beings that defy easy categorization. These entities might take on familiar forms, such as animals, deities, or deceased loved ones, or they might appear as abstract shapes or energies. While some might dismiss these encounters as mere hallucinations, others believe they represent genuine interactions with other realms of existence. It's important to approach these experiences with an open mind while also considering alternative explanations. The altered state of consciousness induced by psychedelics can amplify our emotions, imagination, and suggestibility. This heightened state, combined with pre-existing beliefs and expectations, could influence the nature of our experiences. The exploration of altered states of consciousness is not a new phenomenon. For millennia, indigenous cultures around the world have utilized psychedelic plants and shamanic practices to access these states for healing, divination, and spiritual exploration. Shamans, acting as intermediaries between the physical and spiritual realms, would ingest sacred plants or engage in rituals to induce trances, allowing them to communicate with spirits, receive visions, and gain insights into the hidden nature of reality. For example, in the Amazon rainforest, indigenous tribes have long used the powerful psychedelic brew ayahuasca for spiritual healing and divination. The shamans who guide these ceremonies believe that ayahuasca allows them to journey into the spirit world, where they can communicate with entities, diagnose illnesses, and receive guidance for their community. Similarly, in Gabon, the Bwiti religion incorporates the use of the iboga plant, a powerful psychedelic, in their initiation ceremonies. They believe that iboga allows initiates to undergo a symbolic death and rebirth, connecting them to their ancestors and the spiritual realm. These traditional practices offer valuable insights into the potential of altered states of consciousness to facilitate experiences that challenge our Western materialist worldview. While science may attempt to explain these experiences through the lens of neurochemistry and brain activity, indigenous cultures often view them as genuine interactions with a spiritual reality that exists beyond our ordinary perception.